the fulfillment that wasn't. What happens when success isn't enough? Mira told me she was fulfilled. She had built a thriving business as a single mom, raised two beautiful kids, and was now able to spend part of the year living abroad. She was confident, courageous, and deeply caring. A woman who many would look at and say, wow, she's done it. She made it. And she had, on many levels. But as our conversation deepened, something else emerged. A quiet truth beneath her confidence. She had never been truly in love. She maintained surface-level friendships that drained her energy. She grew up watching a toxic dynamic between her parents play out like a cautionary tale. And then she said something I'll never forget. If I'm meant to be single my whole life, I'll be okay with that. But then, in a softer, wistful tone, she added, still, it doesn't feel fulfilling. We do this. We protect our hearts with logic and armor. We learn to build a beautiful life to shield us from our own hurts. We speak of strength and satisfaction, but carry a silent ache just under the surface. This is a survival strategy. We disconnect, not because we're broken, but because no one taught us what it means to stay connected to our deeper truth without falling apart. We think we're being realistic or mature or moving on, but really, we're bypassing the intimacy we long for, starting with ourselves. In our first session together, I invited Mira to slow down and listen to her body. Not the surface-level thoughts or conditioned affirmations, but the deeper, quieter knowing underneath. As she softened into her breath and tuned into sensations, her truth began to rise. And what we found wasn't some epic revelation. It was simple, powerful, and real. She had been believing things about herself and her life that weren't actually true. Beliefs born from pain, not possibility. From protection, not power. Together we gave voice to her soul's higher truths. The ones that a deeper part of her already knew, but were clouded by her protective thoughts. She didn't need more success. She needed permission to be honest, to be whole, to claim what she truly wanted and needed in her life. This is the turning point. When a woman decides to lay down her armor to finally feel free from the weight of it. When she dares to listen not just to her mind, but to her body and her soul. When she chooses unrestricted intimacy as a path forward, she discovers a fuller life, not just on paper, but a felt sense of connection to herself so true, so alive, it changes everything. Mira chose that. And with it, a new chapter of fulfillment. One grounded in more than what she's built, but deeply rooted in who she's becoming. Now for today's moment of reflection. Take a breath. Soften. Allow yourself to relax. What part of your life feels unfulfilled? Where are you missing depth? Or where have you forgotten how to flirt with life? The unrestricted kind of fun that makes you feel truly free. Ready to explore your deeper inner truths? The path to unrestricted intimacy and your truly fulfilling life is ready for you. Visit unrestrictedintimacy.com.